Oh yeah, well, good afternoon. We're sitting in the garden, first one of the year. Bit cloudy, but everything's going fine. Luna's sitting out here as well, sitting on her rug. Of course, last year it was sunny, and preparation and planning prevents piss poor performance. There you go. So, beautiful day here in the Sid Valley. I hope where you are it's good too. Fantastic week last week down at Salcombe. I've got to be honest with you, that was fantastic. Just one of those weekends where you just go, ah. Of course, last weekend, anticlimax. Got a call from the good lady and said, can you come and pick me up? It's only a 110 miles round trip. And just as we were coming home, the car went into limp mode. One of the injectors had failed, about 600 quid. And yeah, that wasn't fun. But there you go, not much I can say, is there? You use your car, and I think they were talking about the potholes. Potholes are failing. Well, apparently there's crystals in my injector. So when it gets all shoved up and down, they're all right at the moment. Of course, he ordered a Euro 5 injector, and a Euro 6 injector and a Euro 5 injector came, which means that it's completely and utterly ed. But never mind, it's fine. Yes. New one arriving on Saturday, and I have the new ones fitted on Sunday. And as if by cue, a bloody helicopter decides that it's going to run over the top of us. Let me just check yeah, everything's fine here. I'm just checking everything is in the right way. Oh, of course, last weekend, completely anticlimax. There I am mopping the floor of the toilets and thinking, this time last week, I was sitting with a gin and tonic. Oh, gin? Okay, right. Where we were, they had Salcombe gin. Salcombe gin, absolutely amazing stuff. However, you stick tonic in it. I prefer, bugger off, bastards. I prefer my gin with a dash of water. I don't mind the first one or two with tonic in, because you can slurp it and get a good old slurp. But then when you want to enjoy it, you know, gin with a dash of water, can't beat that. One of my neighbours just gone past. Oh, gotta have some tea. Talking about gin. Oh, that is good. So they make gin down in Sidmouth. Well, they actually buy it distilled. It's basically just an alcohol, whatever. And it cost them about $6,000 for this huge cask or whatever. And then they redistill it and get put flavourings in and all sorts of stuff, and then it ends up flavoured. I would have taken some mash and just done it that way, you know. It's damn sight cheaper. But then of course you can't, because oh no, you can't make alcohol. You can brew beer of course, but you can't make alcohol. No, they don't like that. So you have to pay duty on it. Vast amounts of duty. Anyway, of course it's kicking out time at school. We've got all the school kids working past now, all staring at you and masturbating like an encaged baboon probably. Oh well, there you go. Let's have another slurp of tea. So I like my gin, just a dash of water, like me whiskey. You know, you have some whiskey, you put a dash of water in it, and you can get all the flavours. Now it's like everyone's saying, oh, you've got to buy this specialist tonic or that specialist tonic, and Well, how much is this specialist tonic? Oh, it's £5 a slurp. I'm like, just have a dash of water with it. Hang on, are we over bleaching ourselves? Nope, no, that's fine. This is a problem with the sun coming out, sitting in the garden. I think it's going to go in again, so we'll be all right. It's a nice thing about having this camera, the dynamic range. I think we've got about another 2 or 3 seconds of this and then it's going to go in. I don't like to put jump cuts in. You see some of these people, they're either reading it from the auto cue very badly or they put jump cuts and all of a sudden they're wearing a different shirt. I did this one the next day. So on the subject of gin, yes, I do like my gin. Been listening to the Navy Lark. The Admiral is a ginaholic, well, he's just anything. And he only drinks his gin neat. You hear him pouring it out. Say when, nearly pouring the whole bottle into a glass. Oh well, no, I'm not like that. I just like a little sip. I've got some of that blue stuff. Bombay gin, that's rather nice. But you've got to watch it. All right, okay, clouds is coming out now. My car, last week before I went down to Salcombe, I had my car washed. First time for a long time, but there you go. Took it down to Exeter and they did all the, sprayed it down. It was about 20 quid, no, that's all right, you know, including the roof. So I've got this nice shiny white, oh, it looks so good. And then I went out the next morning and it's completely covered in seagull poop. They're like, oh, you know, you can feel them, you know, playing the Dam Busters music of these birds coming in formation. Bombs away, Ginger. Hey, good, right across the windscreen, all down the side of the car. It looked like they literally hovered above it and just, oh, there you go. So that's why you don't wash cars. So all these birds going, oh, there's a brand new one. No. Oh well, hang on just a second, let me have a slurp. Oh, as you can see, so this is the first one of Bob Unscripted outside. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful afternoon. I've just been down to pick the car up, although it does look like it's going to piss it down. Massive grey clouds coming up over, where are we talking about? Southwest. That's the south, north, whatever and whatever. And from the west over there, it's really dark. It's going to get dark in about 30 seconds. Now I've looked at the sun now. Getting clumsy. I've got a knife in my hand and then I try and scratch my ear and it's like, ow. I told you a couple of weeks ago I fell over. Well, in the community centre they had a fall awareness, F-A-L-L, fall awareness, not fool. Mind you, I think I could have one of those, a fool awareness. And they had this fall awareness thing. And I was telling the lady that this is what happened. And I said, my brain is flat out and my body is no longer flat out. So I can't go as fast and I keep falling over. And she said, yeah, that's normal. Yeah. It is for when you get old. Anyway, just watching you've got a lot of blackbirds around there. The blackbirds are fornicating in the bushes. Stop it! I feel like Mary Whitehouse here. Just disgusting. But there they are. You've got the wood pigeons, the squirrels. Everything seems to be copulating at the moment. Well, we'll just leave that one there. Yes, it's that time of year. So, as a February baby, there's a May evening, I think, something like that, a May evening when I was produced. I can just sense it now. Oh, so there we are. To put everything together, and this lady was doing full, FAWL awareness, and it had Sid Valley Help. Well, you know, they come up to the centre. There's this big organisation which looks after people, which I think is really great. We got a hospice, who looked after Gary. Now, Gary, one of our presenters, I think I told you about on a couple of episodes before, passed away, and he's next Thursday or Friday, he is got a 20-minute slot, and they're just going to say a few words and we'll say goodbye to Gary, which is really sad. I went and saw him at the funeral home. I don't know if you've been exposed to dead bodies, but it's an empty shell. He's gone. His spirit's still here. I can feel that occasionally, but he's gone. His shell was just empty. It's like you look at the body and you think, is that really him? You know, they've done an amazing job, but he was very blue around here and around his ears, so yeah, it was definitely passed away. So yeah, we shall go and lay Gary to rest, because it's a council funeral, so they don't really like people there, but nothing else you can do, is it? So apart from that, nothing else happening in my life. Looking forward to the weekend. Weekend's going to be good. I've got nobody in the centre, so I can just clean the floors, and that's about it. And hopefully get out with my camera. I intend to get out and go down the seafront and do some filming down there. I did it a couple of weeks ago, but the wind was so strong. You just couldn't do anything. It was awful, absolutely terrible. All you got was the wind blowing in the microphones, and that wasn't very good. If you remember my first couple of videos, I had a spider, which I haven't seen, and she'll probably be out again. If she survived the winter, which is a good chance, because just before she disappeared, she was noshing on 2 huge flies. You know what it's like with the old corn on the cob, and you sit there. Well, that's what she was like. She had these 2 huge flies had flown into her web, and there was juice everywhere. Anyway, so hopefully she survived. Sally the spider, if she comes back, we'll get some footage. The crows are now fighting each other, or copulating in the air. Got no swallows yet. I had Anne on the radio this morning talking about swallows. They're late this year. We normally would have had them already, but hopefully within a few weeks we should have some swallows back. They all come over. We had the place repainted, the community centre, and we left the nest, so they painted around the nest. Whether that's going to disturb them or not, I don't know. No, it's just crows. Crows at the moment, and a few sparrows. We got nests, we got sparrows, we got a massive bay tree just to there, and it's full of sparrows all nesting, making tremendous noise. Come on lads, who's up for it? Right, yeah, so we've got lots of blackbirds, lots of starlings, and seagulls, of course, who are now flying over my car because it's back. Yes, let's dump all over it. Oh well. So nothing else happening in my life. Looking forward to the weekend. Going to relax a bit, get some quality time with Luna. Is getting old. She's nearly 13. I don't know how long we got left, and we enjoy every day. She doesn't like walking very much, so she just wants to sit in the garden. Yes, last week we had some really nice weather, and I was sat in there like, "Come on, dog, go for a walk." Nope, I want to sit in the garden and do absolutely bugger all, which is getting old. Anyway, I don't think there's anything else I can tell you. Nothing's happened. Got a few idiots around here decided to throw paint around down in the town. Of course, everyone's got doorbell cameras and there's video cameras everywhere, so they've published it and saying, if you don't come forward, we'll name and shame you. So, yeah, sorry, it was me. Yeah, bloody good job too. Anyway, I think that'll do for today. What is it? It's Mittwoch. It's Wednesday the 24th, so this will go out on Friday. If there's anything else, I'll show you. But I tell you what, it's, if you looked at my last video about Selcombe and the roads, you'd be surprised. I mean, it's if it's not my car breaking down, the roads are like this big. Anyway, tally ho, and I'll speak to you next week for another riveting edition of Bob Unscripted. Bye bye.